so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. When I wake up, you're the first thing on my mind. I can't be without you, yeah, I need you all the time. Isn't even an option, my favorite concoction all night. Yeah, all night. Don't say that I'm not addicted. I can't feel the way that you lifted. I feel the vibe that is shifting, but I can't do it on my own. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Let me wrap my arms around you. Baby, you can never replicate the feel of the way you light me up tonight is real. And I can't deny it, I'm not lying, take the wheel. This is for real. Don't say that I'm not addicted. I can't feel the way that you lifted. I feel the vibe that is shifting, but I can't do it all on my own. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. My lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you. Hey, my lady, you're so pretty, baby. Feel my heartbeat when you come around. Let me wrap my arms around you.
Way to hold it in. No more hiding who I wanna be. This is me. Had to tell him this is me. Hiding from myself, so I sit back and smoke these trees. But this shit get hard, it's falling down just like debris. Ain't got no choice, so I ask God while I get down on my knees. Lord, I'm tired of saying that life is not fair. I'm trying to go to my dreams from nightmares. Spot at the top, I'm so close, I'm right there. This is me, I'm a future billionaire. This is me, whoa, whoa. For my folks, I'm making history, whoa, whoa. They keep talking, it don't get to me, whoa, whoa. I'ma let the light shine on me. I'm on a mission, gotta get it, I can't quit, bitch. When money adding, they won't sound like arithmetic. But I can't let no nigga leak like a damn tick. This is me when I get rich, I'm on the same shit. Too lit, this me, my camera, like Disney. She wanna hop in the 10 speed. I'm gone in the win cause I'm winning. I pull off my Kardashian like Kimmy. Now they pick my location, no split screen. This is me, I'm just young and I'm lit T. This is me, yeah, this just how I'm living. This is me, this how I'm living. Tired of being broke, so I ran rental to the ceiling. Out the door, I go nuts, niggas know I ain't got no feelings. I like green, I be gobbling on the rest. With the money, hungry villains. For my bros, I go hard, so I treat them like my siblings. I'm too cold, I just like to count the rats when I be chillin'. If you ain't with me, I don't really want no deal. They hear my shit and hit the stank face like they smell some chillin'. This is real, ain't no fake. With the bros, only money we chasing. I'ma let my light shine and kill them like Jason. I swear can't no one replace me. Swear to God, it's my season like Cajun. So I get high off herbs looking Asian. And my whole crew locked in like Jamaican hell. Spot at the top, I can take it out. This is me, I made these niggas want a recipe. I got water like a little boat, you would think I'm centipede. Let it shine on me. Now I found who I am, to the old me, rest in peace. I can't let them get the best of me. No more hiding who I wanna be. Whoa, 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 whoa. Had to tell them this is me. Hiding from myself, so I sit back and smoke these trees. But this shit get hard, it's falling down just like debris. Ain't got no choice, so I ask God while I get down on my knees. Lord, I'm tired of saying that life is not fair. I'm tryna go to my dreams from nightmares. Spot at the top, I'm so close, I'm right there. This is me, I'm a future billionaire. This is me, whoa, whoa. For my folks, I'm making history, whoa, whoa. They keep talking, it don't get to me, whoa, whoa. I'ma let the light shine on me. I'm on a mission, gotta get it, I can't quit, bitch. When money out and they want song like arithmetic. But I can't let no nigga leak like a damn tick. This is me when I get rich, I'm on the same shit. Too late, this me, my camera, like Disney. She wanna hop in the 10 speed. I'm going in the win cause I'm winning. I pull off my Kardashian like Kimmy. Now they peep my location on split screen. This is me, I'm just young and I'm litty. This is me, yeah, this just how I'm living.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode of Nerdy Live in the morning. I know it's been a hot minute. Sorry, guys, been busy IRL with certain things. And, it is good to be back. Guys, this channel is 7 years old now. 7 years old, this channel. Let's see, perspective, what would that be? The 7 years old, the channel would have been in, first grade? Second grade by now? Crazy to think that. But yeah, another episode of Nerdy Live. Glad to see everyone here today. Hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas. I know I got my Christmas present. And yeah, it's... So, I know I kind of talked about it on like a regular gaming stream. But there was something interesting that I wanted to talk about. There's this guy who runs a channel called the Punk Rock MBA. He has grown very bitter with making videos relating to music, and he has decided to quit the channel entirely. He says he made enough money doing it and has now decided that, yeah, he's just gonna trash music now. For some reason. And I think, with the chat and we had a very interesting discussion about it because, I think what stems from it more so is the fact that, over time, I think in the beginning of his channel, he had a genuine love of music. A genuine love. But as he's covering more and more bands he's not familiar with, and he's just reading their Wikipedia page, and, the more criticism he got from Reddit, it seemed like that disillusioned him to the point where he's just like, you know what, fuck all of this. I guess he's trying to start other business ventures now that YouTube's done and over with. Although this is the thing, right? If that business venture fails and he ends up having to do YouTube again, I think that's really going to affect him because he got himself burnt out and started not enjoying his job. Sounds like it. Yeah. Well, it's I always tell people this, and it's I repeat, do not read your own comments unless you can make something funny out of it. Unless you make something funny out of it, do not read your own comments. Because a lot of people let that get to them when they really shouldn't let that get to them. He's always been a douche, to be honest. High and mighty attitude. Man, Reddit be killing all kinds of channels. Stop reading Reddit, people. I know, right? Oh my fucking god. Speaking of fucking Reddit. Guys, apparently, I think this is an op, but apparently Jake Weddle's girlfriend made a song about them breaking up. Keep in mind, Jake Weddle's girlfriend is also the same schizo woman who believes the CIA is tracking her loser ass comedian boyfriend around. The same fucking douchebag who said, guys, MrBeast gave me PTSD. What the fuck? What? Agreed. Never read your comments or Reddit lol unless you're Beckett. Who loves reading hate. Yeah, unless you're a masochist and you love reading hate comments. The song's pretty good. Listen, okay. Webble apparently broke up with his GF, and the GF made a song about an argument. Okay. Yeah. Shoot, why is it not? I thought I saved it. I guess I didn't. I know one of these motherfuckers posted it. Hang on. I think I saw it from MRAL. That motherfucker. Yeah, MRAL. I'm not even typing his name in right. MRAL. The one time I need that motherfucker to pop up on my feed, and he's not. Crap. If I think you guys are in the Discord server. If you guys can link me it real quick like. Maybe, hang on. Xylee might have commented on it. Xylee might have. The song sounds like a cringe carnival, to be honest. Yeah, I learned it from Beckett, who learned it from chat, who learned it from MRAL. Yeah. There's a pattern here. I learned it from this person, who learned it from that person. Nick would have. You think Nick would have commented on it? Let's check his Twitter real quick. We run a very professional show, guys. I don't know if you knew that or not. Very, very professional show. With not at all stuff gathered at the last minute. Like when Mariah Carey made a diss track against Eminem, levels of cringe carnival. I mean, that was like actual musicians, you know? Like, what's his girlfriend's, or I guess at this point, ex-girlfriend's channel? It's like, what? She like talks about cars, right? Call me crazy. I don't know. I don't think she might not have music talent. I don't know. I have to listen to it. Look at my screen's not showing. Luckily. Oh, you know what? I've completely forgot to switch over to the other screen so that way you guys can see my beautiful avatar. That's my B. Guys. That's my B. Where is chat? Where's chat? There's chat. All right. I thought I saved it yesterday. I guess I didn't. Shit. Motherfucker. Oh, shoot. Did I post? I think I might have posted it in the group chat. Shit. Okay, come on. Not that many people posting yesterday. Oh, this is gonna bug me now. This is gonna bug me. Shoot. How was your holiday, Nerdy John? My holiday was fan-dibbly-tastic. Because I got to spend Christmas with people that I care about. Yeah, the whole show is now just gonna be me obsessively trying to find MRAU's tweet about the situation. Fuck. Hang on, I might have to go that loser ass motherfucker's channel. Hang on. Okay, a bunch of what I'm not looking for is popping up. I do know Lex was in Queeman's chat yesterday. She's saying stuff about Jake. Can't remember. Dude, this. This feels like some type of op, right? Like this has to be some sort of situation where like I feel like they're trying to feed people into talking about them breaking up. Cause this feels a little performative, and like Jake views himself as like a high level comedian. So like I sure he's probably like, would it be like so funny, babe, if like we pretended that we broke up and then like you made a song about me? Okay, here we go. Hellbent to the rescue. Oh god, it's on fucking SoundCloud. Oh god, this sounds like shit I make. That's not good. Yeah, this sounds like shit I make. That's what a few people said, that it was an op. I think it's an op. God damn, that is so fucking loud. How you turn... How do you lower volume shit on here? Oh, there's no volume button on fucking SoundCloud? Janky ass service.
The good guy, and I become the story that you tell the next girl who tries to care for you. Make sure that she knows how bad I was too. Maybe she'll do a better job of cleaning your messes up. Well,
God damn, that sounds fucking awful. She should not quit her day job anytime soon. God fucking damn. But yeah, Jake, you know, I used to feel pity for you. Not anymore. You're too much, man. You're too much. But guys, okay, we're not completely done with all this mess yet, because we got Rosanna Pansino. Yay! You see, guys, after her initial MrBeast videos and her commentary videos, she thought that she was on the up and up again. And then as soon as she posted her actual cooking content, my God, was it dead in the water. And you know what the funny thing is? She tried to capitalize on the MrBeast situation again with an interview. And the interview is doing worse than her normal content. Now, guys, I find that hilarious. Some would argue that a woman's one purpose is to be good in the kitchen. And it seems like Rosanna can't even accomplish that. But yeah, we have an interview where she interviews a clearly confused, dementia-ridden old lady who I guess participated in the MrBeast games. And yeah, guys, here we go.
And no one referred me to nurses or to the ambulance or anything else. I didn't know I was kicked because apparently I blacked out momentarily, and said, you know, I think I have a 1-year recovery. And so, sorry.
It's not who you are.
So devastating.
By the way, this is so fucking manipulative of Rosanna, by the way. Because, like, it says traumatic brain injury on MrBeast's new show, right? And she's clearly exploiting this, like, woman for her own gain. Because remember, guys, Rosanna's whole reason for being pissed at MrBeast is because they showed her getting 3rd place, when in reality she got 2nd place. Or wait, was it? She got 3rd place. No. Yeah. They showed her getting 5th place. And in reality, she got 3rd place. And she's mad about that, because she outlasted Logan Paul. Like, lady. What the fuck's wrong with you, lady? Like, seriously. Let's see. Nah, she got an audience with the moody, my boyfriend just dumped my teenage girl crowd. and people are probably sick of her talking about it, lol. She's petty, lol. She is. She's very petty. Petty. The kids would say petty AF. On God, for real, for real. Ain't that right, fellow Rizzlers? I'm gonna fucking start this up again.
So okay. I will not get emotional.
In this video, I'm going to be interviewing a woman named Amanda Rose, who competed in MrBeast's Beast Games. She suffered a traumatic brain injury during the games that continues to negatively affect her life many months after competing. Amanda has a PhD in political science and is best known for
a PhD in political science. So she wasted college. Anyone tells you that they have a PhD in political science, they wasted college. I don't care if they become an actual political analyst. They wasted college. It's like, yeah, like I went to college to like really find myself, and I took up a fucking bagpiping major. I bet she only got coal in her stocking for Christmas. Probably. Yeah. No. What she got for Christmas was a 3rd place trophy.
For her online community, Eat Like a Bear, where she shared her weight loss journey with the world. This continues to help people, especially women and older women, to lose weight, eat healthier, and be more active. However, because of her injury, Amanda is unable to fully do the work that she did before the Beast Games. She told me her financial situation is the worst she can ever remember because of her injury. I'll be starting a GoFundMe to help with Amanda's recovery and treatments. If you'd like to support her, I'll put a link down below, and all of the money, the profits, go directly to her and her recovery. So YouTube's most successful creator, Jimmy Donaldson, MrBeast, has his own version of real-life Squid Games, Beast Games, coming out now. Beast Games has received a lot of negative press surrounding things such as many injuries on set, lack of access to medication, and in some cases life-saving medication, understaffed medical crew, multiple seizures, misplaced undergarments, rude staff, unfair advantages.
That's truly the worst thing of all. Rude staff. Of course, a woman in her 40s would be like, and the staff was very rude. Very rude. I asked to speak to a manager, and they gave me the assistant manager. How dare they? Shame on them. This woman knows she can get to Rosanna with the "I was robbed of the prize" shtick. Yo, true. That's just as good as an art scholarship. Damn, man. Not for nothing, but she's old. What was she doing in that stuff like that anyway? Yeah, what the fuck? Seriously, is there no personal accountability in existence anymore? I hope Jimmy sues this idiot into oblivion. Yeah, well, to be clear, I think what's going on here is that this old lady probably has. You know what? I'm gonna be hopeful. I know Nick was a bit more cynical on the issue, but me personally, I'm gonna be a bit more hopeful. 50s, not 4. No. And I'm not talking. I'm sorry, Annie. I'm not talking about the guest. I'm talking about Rosanna. I mean, if she's in her 50s, I mean, she doesn't look that bad, I guess. But I'm gonna be I'm a bit nicer towards the older lady, because I think this is a situation where Rosanna is exploiting someone who has a legitimate grievance with MrBeast, and she's exploiting them for views. That's what I think. Also, hey, Laz, big dude, hope you're doing well this morning. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas. But yeah, I think that's what I think is going down. I think she's using this poor old woman for her own gain. So yeah. Anyway, guys, let's continue and watch.
is in the game, lack of background checks for some contestants, inadequate food and water at some times, and much, much, much more. Now, the new development of this has honestly left me even more disappointed. MrBeast recently released a statement about these accusations saying, quote, "We have tons of behind the scenes dropping when the show does, to show how blown out of proportion these claims were. Just can't release now because it would spoil the games." Now, it doesn't take a genius to realize that dropping some behind the scenes footage is not going to actually address all the accusations. They will most likely post highly curated clips attempting to make themselves
Highly curated clips? Rosanna, you and your cronies would know something about that anyway. Anyways, hope you all have a great Christmas. I got another woman to yell at and put in their place. Yo, Peepaw, hope you had a happy Christmas. I mean, Merry Christmas. We're not in the UK. Merry Christmas. Peepaw, we're all sick here. Christmas doesn't exist? What do you mean Christmas doesn't exist? Old Pansino is a grifting worm. This is clear manipulation, exploitation. Shame on Rosanna. Yeah, for shame. She doesn't look 50, but she doesn't look like she should have been in the competition. That may have been physical. Oh, you were right the first time. It's pronounced Anne. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Not highly curated clips. Yeah. All right.
look good. Do you honestly think that MrBeast will release footage of people getting injured on his set? Do you think that he's going to release footage of the crew member who nearly died from a piece of the set falling on him? I don't think so. Jimmy, if you are telling the truth, let's hire a third party to review all of the raw footage. I'll cover.
I mean, they kind of did hire third party people for investigation. Oh my god, the fucking. I'm sorry, but that. Oh my god, that freeze frame right there. Her face looks so plastic. Like she had some. Do you think she had plastic surgery, guys? I think so.
Cover the costs. I would love to confirm.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can cover the cost. Yeah. I'm sure MrBeast needs you to cover the cost of something, Rosanna.
That these injuries are indeed blown out of proportion, as you say. Until then, don't insult the people injured on your set by saying that these stories are blown out of proportion. Now, I'd like to introduce you to Amanda to hear her story. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how it came to be that you ended up on the Vegas portion of the Beast Games?
So I decided to be on Beast Games. It was June 1st of this year. It was my son's first day of summer, and we were just.
Oh god, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough, guys. I don't want to hate an old woman. I really don't. It was for the company, not for the Beast Games. Yeah, she had a lot of. Does she think Amazon wouldn't throw him under the bus? Apparently not, lol. Isn't the current lawsuit going on for his prime show? That's what we're discussing right now, Johnny. Johnny Hex. That's what we're discussing right now.
Laying in bed together, watching MrBeast overtakes T-Series. And
Wait, what? How old's her kid?
laying in bed together, watch
Wait, hang on.
this year. It was my son's first day of summer, and we were just laying in bed together, watching MrBeast overtakes T-Series.
How old is her son? Because she looks like she's in her 50s. Her son has to be a teenager, right? I don't know. That's a little Norman Batesy, I feel, to that's a little Norman Batesy to what's the word I'm looking for? To be cuddling up with your to be cuddling up with your son. Yeah, maybe the kid's in college. I mean, if the kid's in college, that's even weirder that the mom and him are laying together in bed. Laying together, watching MrBeast overtake T-Series. But she wouldn't be involved in the lawsuit for the Prime show because she didn't make it to the actual show. That's probably why Rosanna can talk to her. Ooh, good point. Good point. She's like the one thing she can grasp at straws to try and attack him with.
And so just in that cultural lore of YouTube, and in the process, we ended up deciding that I would apply to be a contestant on Beast Games. And that's a whole other story. But actually it involved Matthew Patrick, so Matt Pat. So I did this great little pitch video because I'm actually a PhD political scientist. And
right on. Awesome.
Well,
Go you.
The thing. All right, that's so awesome. So awesome.
Oh, all right.
And long before the Game Theorist YouTube channel was founded by one Matthew Patrick, mathematicians for years had been using game theory, and economists, political scientists, sociologists use game theory in their own research, and I had used it in mine. And so my pitch video to Beast Games was, you need a real game theorist. You need a PhD game theorist on the Beast Games, because you have all these people on the internet playing game theorists. And so that was the essence of the pitch. And
I love it because you guys have met before. You've met Matt Pat and stuff at like different meetups, conventions, things like that.
That's right, through the years. And so it was actually one of my quests to get selfies with him each year. And it was one of these little challenges by my son, who's now 15.
Aww.
But this
Okay, the son's 15. 15 and your mom, and you're laying up with your mom in bed. I don't know about that. Chat, I don't know about that. Hang on, chat. Hang on, chat. Hang on. I gotta get some banjos playing. One second, chat. Boy, I tell you what. I tell you what, laying up with my son watching MrBeast take over T-Series, that's amazing right there. She's a polling person with a degree. Yeah, that's even worse. That's weird as shit. Yeah. Yeah. How old is this chick's kid? Yeah, 15. He would have been 13/14 at the time they were watching Matt Pat, because it was a year before the interview. Wait, what the? Yeah, it's still a little weird.
started when he was about 10, and I would I would meet up, or find them in the hallway or whatever it was, have some chance encounter and get a selfie. I went to Vid Summit in September of 2021, and I was wearing the Matt Pat jacket because I knew Matt Pat was giving a keynote, and of course, what better way to get my selfie for the year than to be wearing the jacket. And so he saw me. I was, I don't know, 30 feet away, and
This is all stuff that needs to be cut from the interview. Right? Like, obviously, like, you want to make your guests, like, especially if it's a physical podcast, right? You want to make sure that your guest is comfortable with you. So, like, having them tell, like, a non-important story is, like, fine. But this is supposed to be an interview about the MrBeast games. It's great that you got to meet Matt Pat. It really is. But also, too, this is just not important to the story. It really isn't.
with this bellowing voice of Matthew Patrick, he says, "Nice jacket."
Matthew Patrick. Say Matt Pat. Say Matt Pat, lady.
And so
I get it, you're old. You know him as Matt Pat. Say Matt Pat.
I went up and I got a photo with him, but he was standing next to Jimmy Donaldson. And so they then did a little video together with a shout out to my son. And there I am wearing the red Matt Pat jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a long Matt Pat history with us, and also interweaving with MrBeast. And so
Yeah, you took to sum up that story, you took a photo with MrBeast one time when he was with a YouTuber that you actually wanted. But I'm sorry, chat. I'm being distracted right now. I'm sorry, chat.
Oh, it was a really great moment to go on Beast Games as a contestant, and I was mic'd by the producers. There were story producers at Beast Games that identified, I don't know, 40, 50 contestants who were probably like the good storytellers, I would imagine. The story producers actually came up to me. It was 3 or 4 of them, and they knew who I was, and they came up and they said, "We know your name. You're Amanda, the game theorist."
Love it.
What? What's the likelihood? Chat, what's the likelihood of that actually happening? I don't know. I don't want to call this old lady a liar, but it's like also too, like, is that how it actually went down? Or is she embellishing the story a little?
Love it.
And I'd already decided I don't want to run around Beast Games as the game theorist. I feel like that's kind of boring and just academic. So I had decided I need a game name for Beast Games. And so I went in as Mama Bear.
You did not.
Yeah, no, as Mama Bear at Beast Games. Yeah. Yes.
I was just joking. You're such a mama bear. You literally even have a mama bear necklace. Like, that's your vibe.
Well, so
That's your vibe, that you give off Mama Bear energy. Look at Rosanna trying to be young and hip with the lingo. Next she's going to say skibbity toilet gyat riz.
I am also the founder of a community that is called Eat Like a Bear. The community formed around my weight loss.
Eat like a bear, aka be fat. Be fat, chat.
Back in 2017 to 2018, I lost 140 pounds.
It's amazing. It's incredible.
And that's a whole other story. But we have a lot of sort of bear lore in our community. So it was such a natural thing for me to go to Beast Games as Mama Bear.
I love what you stand for and the story that you were kind of bringing to the Beast Games.
Well, so I did enter Beast Games with a very positive and also maternal outlook. I had contestants coming up to me because the name Mama Bear really caught. And, you know, it's harder to remember, you know, oh, his name's Tim, or that's John or Susan or something. I had all kinds of people saying, "Hey, Mama Bear, there's Mama Bear." And they would come up to me and confide in me, you know, "I'm scared. And, you know, what's going to happen?" And I would say to them, you know, your mind only has room for so much emotion. Fill it with excitement. There will not be room for fear.
So when you first arrived, what was your experience before the game started?
The signs were all there, Rosanna, in the very beginning, because the day I was supposed to fly to Las Vegas, I was supposed to fly out of Fresno to Las Vegas, and we were supposed to get a 2-day advance on what our itinerary was. And I was supposed to fly on a Tuesday. Well, Monday night at midnight, I get my itinerary, except it's not mine. It is for a woman in Indianapolis. And so as a result, I don't know if she ever made it, but I didn't have an itinerary. And so I immediately emailed them saying, what's my itinerary? And it was supposed to be the next day.
Yeah.
And so didn't hear back. I went to sleep.
So there was a mix-up. It sucks that the mix-up happened, but there it seems like there was a mix-up. Such horseshit. It's even worse. We got some active people here. Hang on. It's probably a little bit of truth wrapped in a bunch of delusion. She's fat. This is so lame. I feel like I'm sitting in a Dare Assembly elementary school again. Yeah. Oh yeah, she totally gives off like she's like the first grade teacher that thinks they're fun, but they're not really fun. You know what I mean?
And woke up that morning and thought, you know, if I don't hear anything by 9 a.m., I'm just going to drive. It's a 6-hour drive. I'll drive.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear anything. And so I emailed them again and said, hey, I'm driving. I'll see you there.
What a mess.
Because at that point they did tell.
Oh, what a mess. Rosanna, listen, those types of reactions you want to save till the end of her story. It's not necessarily like a big mess. It's inconvenience because it seems like there was a mix-up with the itineraries. Now, granted, that mistake shouldn't have happened, but with how many contestants there were, and I imagine with how many employees MrBeast has, I can see there being mix-ups happening, especially if these are like not the actual MrBeast games, but these are like games to decide who is in MrBeast's games. If she's the leader to the teacher that says word.
Tell me what hotel I would be in. And so I just, you know, Google Maps and, you know, headed to the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas and showed up, was the only one parked there because everyone else had flown in.
To me, this already shows disorganization, just even with basic travel. Yes. This is awful.
This is awful. She had to drive instead of fly. This is awful.
Oh, and now looking back on all of it, just how ridiculous all of this was. And, you know, I was so dedicated. I was just so dedicated as a contestant and as just like the super fan mom living in this great story. And I'm going to overcome all adversity, even if it's jumping in the car, you know, and finding the Luxor myself and not worrying about that flight or whatever. And so, because it becomes an important detail that I did actually drive to Luxor.
Becomes an important detail that I drove. Okay, hang on. Guys, I had to spoil this for myself. I have to see what Nick's coverage of it was. We're just going to drop at random points. See how mean Nick actually was.
I was getting my PhD training when MatPat was in diapers. And now Beast Games, it was years before Jimmy Donaldson even popped out of his mama. Game theorists mathematically model strategy, the optimum strategy to win a game, to win a Beast game. I'll tell you the key strategy. Lie, cheat, and steal if you need to. That's what I would do.
Lie, cheat, and steal. That's what I would do. Interesting. Interesting, chat. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, Gigi, how you doing? How you doing, Gigi?
And yeah, are you going to bring on other YouTubers? Are you going to bring on MatPat? Because I could kick his butt. I'd be great on his team, too. You going to throw me on an island and see if I can survive? You guys, I could forage through this forest.
Oh, that's a good freeze frame right there.
I could easily live a month anywhere. Some years ago, I was 280 pounds. I lost 140, but you know what? I kept some of the fat. See? It's right here. Kept some of it to survive.
Oh, God, why'd she smack her ass? What the fuck?
It's like the happy-go-lucky flailing spin in the beginning, and then like as soon as you start talking about the topic, you're preemptively crying.
As I prepare for brain surgery.
She never got brain surgery. What? Oh, so this is the why did she put like a little tag like this is on the TV? She's preparing for knee surgery, yeah.
It is my hope that in this video, I will be able to tell the key parts of the story from my perspective.
Wait, you would hope? This is your video.
Whoa. There is way more that I'm missing here. Hang on. What's her name? Amanda Rose. MrBeast. Huh. Weird. Her channels are not popping up. Chillin', I'll be lurking. Oh, you lurking? That's kind of creepy, Gigi. Kind of creepy that you're lurking. Kind of creepy.
Yo. You control the edit. Nobody takes that away from you.
So that they're not lost. I apologize for the quality of this video. Part of my
It seems like you're fucking recording on a DSLR.
cognitive difficulties with the brain injury are that I'm not able to focus on longer form content and editing. What I will be doing
Holy shit, I need a brain injury. It would free me from this fucking space.
is just recording this segments at a time, and I'm gonna just clip them together.
Have we seen how she acted before the trauma? Head damage can cause huge changes in personalities. That would be interesting, yeah.
And make one long video. I apologize for its quality.
Rosanna, are you ready?
My brain health, 12 weeks post injury, preparing for the surgery I would end up not needing. Well, isn't like a good thing that you didn't need the surgery? Like, it sucks that, like, it seems like at first it seemed like you needed it. We are all lurking. You should be scared. You're lurking in the shadows. What are you gonna fucking do? What are you gonna fucking do to me, Hannah Clark? Gigi? What are you guys gonna do to me? I would like to know, so that way I can prepare myself, You guys gonna like break in my house and bust my kneecaps?
For your brain surgery tomorrow? That would be fun.
I was kicked in the head at MrBeast games. Hang on. Let's look that up. I was kicked in the head at MrBeast games. Is it still up? It is not popping up. Interesting.
Funny, but this is not Rosanna. My brain health, 12 weeks post-injury, preparing for the surgery I would never need.
I will get into the nitty-gritty of the games.
So these are just her personal health vlogs. It's like when you ever watch the fucking Halo, where the guy's like, Master Chief, this is my thing, and they just talk, it's like, sir, and he just like talks a lot or whatever, and he like records his vlogs. Like, I feel like I just found a terminal in the middle of a mission, and I opened it up, and it's this woman explaining her brain surgery as like an Easter egg.
And MrBeast, but let me say something about my cognitive
Hey Lois, you ever see that in the Halo?
impairment of these last 12 weeks.
She might be suffering from delusions of grandeur, or main character syndrome. Yeah, that's very common for mild concussion survivors after 1 year.
A little bit about my medical case. And this is just based on my current knowledge. I mean, I'm sure I'll be finding out more, learning more. Maybe different terms will be applied to these symptoms that I'm having. I've had a doctor refer to my injury as a concussion.
Wait. Whoa. 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 At 12 weeks, I've had a doctor refer to my injury as a concussion. That is a very selective... Wait, that's a very selective fucking sentence.
Yeah. It's very weird for her to choose the wording like that. Like, especially like, because like there are like levels of severity to a concussion. It's like a mild concussion. Are we talking like a serious concussion here? Like what's up?
Okay. Did anybody else get kind of caught by that?
As a I've had a doctor refer.
Oh god, he's explaining the house music. So, this lady says she has a mild concussion.
Dude, that was a little concerning there, I'd say.
My injury as a concussion, as a traumatic brain injury. So it is not my intention to muddy the waters. I will just try to describe how I'm feeling. And so forgive me of any misuse of labels. That's not my intention.
Uh-oh.
Circumstances of the injury separately, but in terms of the symptoms that came about as a result of the injury. So in the first...
I'm just saying, dude, this is a vlog that was recorded, 12 weeks in or something, right? 12 weeks in? So, I mean, it very well could have changed by then, but you'd think you'd have a proper diagnosis by now. The implication being that, like, I don't want to misuse labels means that she hasn't been diagnosed with a concussion.
I don't respect you.
I respect Who let Boogie's mom in the Beast games?
God damn. Yeah. I never said it wasn't polycythemia vera.
Las Vegas, because
They sent you the wrong person's itinerary. Like they can't even
Yeah, it's a minor fuck up. It's not that big of a deal.
keep people straight, even before it's even started.
well, and they did finally respond to my email, but it was 6 p.m. that day.
Oh my goodness!
And so I would have long missed the flight and all of that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you drove yourself.
I did. And so it's an interesting point
Oh
because
my God, a grown woman drove? What has the world come to? I'm shedding tears right now. Let me get the world's smallest violin to play a sad song. Shame on Mr. Beast for making a woman drive. They would not have done that in Saudi Arabia. They would not have done that to her.
says we'll discuss the incident of the concussion itself.
Right.
But I drove myself back with a concussion because
Oh my gosh.
I didn't actually realize I had the concussion until I had driven myself back.
Oh my gosh.
I was still in the adrenaline of the games and didn't imagine I had a concussion. I had no exit medical care from the games, despite the point that probably dozens of people saw me actually kicked. And no one referred me to nurses or to the ambulance or anything else. I didn't know I was kicked because apparently I blacked out momentarily. And so I just drove myself home because what else would you, I didn't imagine I was injured. I didn't imagine it. There on the I-15, I started getting extremely sleepy, like so sleepy. I have never felt that sleepy in my life. And I'm there on the open highway.
Mm. They usually don't put you under the knife for concussion. Yeah. Remember Andrew Tate had some doctors say he had lung cancer, but the doctor had was a plastic surgeon, LIO. You can easily look it up. Okay. If she could call them to say she was driving, she could have called to get her itinerary. She went to an extreme and is blaming them. Yeah. Yeah,
Way, just struggling to keep my eyes open. And it's so horrifying as I think back on the multiple risks to my life that happened
dangerous.
as a contestant.
the multiple risk to my life in the MrBeast games. MrBeast is truly a monster, guys.
So you find out you're on the show, and what was your understanding of what some of the challenges might be?
Yeah, I assumed it would be a mix of mental and physical.
Mm-hmm.
And I entered knowing that I was in probably the bottom, 10% in physical. I mean, especially given the age, it was mostly young people and mostly in very good shape. But I thought, okay, but if I bring enough of a mental game, I can probably find my way through. And so I expected to be challenged and expected that there would definitely be people who would be faster, of course, would have other advantages.
I mean, no offense, lady, but you're not exactly spring chicken. Yeah, it's. Of course, there are going to be people who are physically better than me.
But we all have our own little bucket of assets we play in something like this. And so we just need to find what's going to work best for us and just play our hearts out. And so that was what I was prepared to do. And I was ready for hardships. I mean, I have hardships in my own life. I've overcome a lot of hardships. And so the first morning, we were in this hotel conference room with no chairs. We're just sitting on the floor and just meeting people. And we hadn't eaten.
Right.
And so we just sat there on the floor, no chairs, no nothing, for hours. And,
oh my gosh.
and it was not the best in terms of like being hosted or whatever, but I felt like that might have been intentionally part of the vibe of getting us ready for something that would be grueling. Like, okay, I'm here for it. I can sit on a floor. And so we transitioned from the hotel floor to Allegiant Stadium.
Right.
We did an orientation there, and they fed us our first tiny little meal. Oh my goodness, we could talk for hours just about like truly the food was austere. And even for me, but for some of these bigger guys, it was kind of ridiculous, but part of the game maybe. And so there we were. It was quite an adventure. We had our first big challenge the first night, and it is where there were 5 teams that pulled these giant rocks weighing, 10,000 pounds or something like that. We can check the footage.
Giant rocks that are over 10,000 pounds. Okay.
The games as they're released. And that was, I was on the green team because there's stories about how there was a team that was eliminated that was mostly women and complaints about that. And it was very clear to me when I realized that how that game was going down that I needed to get that green vest. And so I got the green vest. And so I was one of the slower people there, one of the older people, but I did manage the green vest.
Yeah.
And so there I felt, very accomplished in having gotten through that first challenge.
Yeah, right on.
And so then we slept on the floor of Allegiant Stadium. By then, I think we went to sleep at about 6 a.m. So it was daylight, and they gave us sleeping masks so we could sleep in these sleeping bags on the floor of the stadium. And I probably got a few hours of sleep. And then we, kind of woke up, strolled around. That was the phase when there were a lot of people not getting their medications. I was definitely aware of people, firsthand in there who were actively trying to get their medications and were not able to get them. Luckily for me, none of that impacted me. I don't take any medications, and I was fine. And so sleep.
She was like, fuck them losers. They need their medication. I don't. Fuck them. She was like, the more of those motherfuckers need medication, the more likely I am to win. That's what she was thinking. You also wouldn't know where you are and what you were doing. If you're blacking out, usually that means it's a bad concussion, where you start to forget things and slur your speech because your mind is pretty damaged.
Sleeping on the floor, it was not a big issue for me. And so I was still in really good spirits about all of it, still really enjoying just meeting people and discussing, just having that shared experience with people. And everything was good at that point.
So you got through the first round, and then was the next game the suitcase game?
Yeah, the briefcase game.
Briefcase game.
And so, and he actually sells those briefcases now. So you can buy those briefcases at Walmart. And so I do think that this briefcase game was partly a marketing. Yeah, I do think this briefcase game was partly a marketing tool as well. And so all the moms out there can buy their kids a briefcase. And let's think about that for a little bit as I tell this story. The briefcase game, there's surely now footage about it as all this comes out. There were four teams of approximately 400 people each.
400 people each, about. Okay.
Yeah, because there were approximately 1,600 contestants at this phase of the game. And there was essentially a game board that had 400 briefcases in a grid pattern, and 50 of the briefcases had a sign in it that was red that said eliminated, and 350 said safe, and they were green. And so the trick was to get a green briefcase, and then you would move on to the next round.
So when you're looking at them, can you tell which ones are red or green?
So that is the entire game right there. They put a digital map up on the wall for maybe a minute before the game, and then they turned it off. And then the digital map would flash up on the wall, and you could see where the green ones and where the red ones were. And because what you would need to do is mentally map those briefcases.
Yep.
I was assessing where on that perimeter would I have the least competition. And because I was looking at, there were some groups of, big, fast guys. Do I want to go in their area, or how do I want to handle that? I knew I was probably stronger on the mental game than I.
Okay, this is a weird section.
2 weeks
Go
of
back
the
to here.
injury, I've been very lucky that I've been able to just engage in a lot of rest. And
Rosanna, stop repeating what she says. It's annoying. Yeah. Oh my God. Briefcase. That's so terrible.
so I did that.
We failed the goal, guys. Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
And after about 2 weeks, my doctor has some kind of concussion score scale, and I made a little bit of progress. But the doctor was surprised that it was as little as it was. And so I continued on and noticed certain cognitive problems. I've had problems with my short-term memory. I've had issues with sensitivity to light, depth perception. But the really big thing has been fatigue. Fatigue, but also...
All right, this lines up with what she said in the other one.
So coupled with motion sickness, headaches that I can't knock down with regular pain relievers, or with any irregular pain relievers, just persistent headaches that are, difficult.
Holy shit, dude! What the
big thing has been the
hell?
exhaustion, and that has persisted. And so here at
Dude, I just went off, bro. Did you guys see that?
the 12-week point, I can say that it was around the 10th or 11th week that I went out here and I walked 2 miles, flatland miles. And I say flatland miles because I typically am in the mountains. I'm here in town where I'm closer to care, but you'll often see me video clips and stuff of me up in the mountains at another location. And I'm here
All right.
just
So far, this
for
is just
some
kind of
people,
her explaining her thing. I don't know how valuable this is.
factors.
She's not loose. She's not used to this level of scrutiny. Thank you.
She's not used to this level of scrutiny.
Something about what Sean Hendricks posted kind of was in my mind, and we were watching the T-Series thing, and then another Sean Hendricks post popped up in that.
Okay, that's weird.
I knew it was totally weak on the speed.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let this fast guys get like the closer cases. But I'm going to map 3, 4, 5 cases down the row and then just go and I'll get something. I'll be fine.
You strategically think where you're going to go, assuming like really fast young contestants are going to go for the ones right up front, that you're mapping out the one that's a little further and you think that you have a shot at getting.
Rosanna
Yeah,
is a terrible interviewer. Terrible. I get it. Like, it seems like she hasn't really done like podcasting stuff since like this. Like, seems like the first time she's ever doing it besides like herself being interviewed. But it's just like she just keeps repeating what her guest is saying, and it's annoying. It's very annoying. Okay, that's my job to repeat what people are saying. She's doing it terribly. Let's see. It's annoying. For real, she's the sniper wolf of conducting interviews. Yeah.
Mapping deeper into the game, and because all the fast guys are getting the first ones. That's fine. Let them have it. That's good. Fine.
I wouldn't get them either. I have little legs. So you're all there, 400 people about to go run for these briefcases, and Jimmy, Mr.
Also, too, I'm not gonna show her posts on Twitter, but Rosanna has been making some very sexual posts. Like, she apparently, quote unquote, fell, and it caused her ass to get bruised, and she's just like, here's an ass shot. Now, okay, if women want to sell pictures of themselves on the internet, that is their choice. Let me clarify. However, it is very weird that she is doing all of this. Like, she's like hinting at an OnlyFans. She's talking about posting her feet. And like while she's trying to smear MrBeast, she's trying to get her dead channel revived. It seems like she's doing everything she can to maintain some sort of relevancy on the internet, and it's really a pathetic display.
Beast says no pushing, no kicking. What were the rules that he said?
Those are the only ones I really remember. It was like no pushing or tripping, kicking. It was either 2 or all 3 of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, the rule was we would line up around it, and on the word go, we would make a run for it. And whoever touched the briefcase first is the one who got it. And so some people looked like they tied. They would go back to the camera to see who touched it first. So there were some little rules like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of me and my injury, what I didn't appreciate is in this grid that there would essentially be cross traffic. This is a very important point. I was not able to view the game before my round. So when people watch the YouTube video, they are going to see the camera view, like the overhead cameras, and they're going to have a really good view of what happened. And they're going to say, wow, how did Amanda not imagine that there wouldn't be cross traffic or whatever else? Well, yeah.
She's also way into her own feet for a woman in her 30s or 40s. Goddamn, cool anime girl. The MrBeast grift is dying, so she's switching to the OnlyFans grift. Listen, get your bag. What's the phrase? Get your bag, queen. But you're also a piece of shit.
It's very obvious when you're looking from above what is about to happen. And in fact, that was the whole point of that article that came out of Las Vegas in September, the NBC affiliate, that article was about how the production crew was watching from the bleachers.
Yeah.
And they were horrified at what they were seeing.
Yes. I think that it's just awful that anybody's viewpoint is to blame contestants and not the game controllers, the people who are creating the games, executing the games, producing the games, running the games. It's their responsibility to keep people safe, and especially not as much enforcement as they should have. And one of the contestants who I talked to said that she witnessed a male fully tackle a female, full body contact tackler knocked her out. And he was allowed to move on to the next round.
Do you have proof of that? Do you have proof that happened? Where's the footage? You're saying that people are just full on being assaulted during a recording of the MrBeast games. I would love to see it. I would love to see any proof of that whatsoever. My guess is you're not going to show any of that. Look, I'm not. It's not my fault. She's obsessed with her. I think she has a foot fetish, but possibly only with her own feet. So what was that like? What would that like? Some sort of like narcissistic foot fetish? Is that what you're claiming she has?
I'm so horrified because I've heard that story too.
Yeah.
And it only occurs to me right now that they may be talking about me because this is what happened. And it's only being on the couch all these weeks and really like processing all this that makes me even realize this. So, because what happened is I was there and I'm behind like some tall, fast guys. You know, he says, go. And I'm just running my heart out, you know, and I'm ready. I have it mentally mapped. And so I'm running and I never saw it coming because what happened was, just a few aisles down was this center corridor. Well, apparently what someone else decided to do was to run down and then cut in.
Run and cut, right. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just running my heart out. And when I just feel the, and so I mean, it's just so shocking. And I remember that, like just my whole right side. And
you just felt that blow.
I felt the blow. And then I remember just I'm on the floor and realizing I could be trampled. And so in my like strong survival instinct, luckily I scrambled up and I was able to get back on my feet. And then just I imagine that, you know, if we could see the footage.
Wait, it just sounds like you guys bumped into each other. It doesn't sound like he tried to tackle you. It sounds like it sounds like someone accidentally like ran into you. It sounds like you instantly got back up. Okay.
Oh God,
And it showed a photo of the 50 YouTubers. So you know the video that went out this past July of 2024, I believe, sometime in July, maybe June, that had the 50 YouTubers competing. Matt Pat was one of those. Well, this photo made it to social media on June 1st or somewhere. So, and I'm behind a guy, really fast guy. I'm like, hey, I'm right here behind you. I'm like,
Okay, that's interesting. So you're someone who often doesn't go to get medical treatment immediately, and this is like a habit that you've built? You're somebody...
Whoa, wait, what? Hang on.
fall or whatever. And
Okay.
also not a person who asks for help, and I'm not a person who just kind of runs to the doctor or the ER because of a fall or whatever. And
So she's establishing that she's someone who, even though she's injured, she will not go to the doctors when she needs to. That's interesting. Interesting.
I'd kind of like to see the footage.
I would love for them to release all the raw footage.
We need the raw footage. In fact, in the 2-hour video that I have on my channel, I say at the end that Amazon needs to do the documentary and that you need to be the producer. So that
I
is in
would
there.
love to do that documentary.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you would, Rosanna. I'm sure you would love all the clout that comes from that. So much.
on. If you ever have a change of heart and would like to work with people who actually care about people, you let me know.
So yeah, so it would be interesting to see it, but I don't know if you would see those cartoon like stars going around my head, on the footage, because it was one of those moments of like,
oh my gosh.
And so I kind of stumble into the aisle.
Was it a guy?
Okay.
Do you even know? Because you just got blasted. What?
I'm sorry, but if that's the case, it's your own fault. If you're hurt and you don't go to the doctors, then that's on you. No, yeah, like if she got injured, she needed to and I understand at first she didn't realize that she was injured, apparently, even though she's she's a smart person who should have known. But did I blame anyone? No. I mean, I definitely needed to go to the doctors, but refused it. But did I blame anyone? No. Well, also too, it sounds like what happened was an accident. It doesn't sound like it was like someone intentionally like body slamming an old lady. It sounds like they accidentally ran into her. It's like, I don't know how, because who is at fault here? Is it her fault for not looking where she's going? Is it the contestant's fault for running into her? Is it MrBeast's fault that they ran into each other in the first place? Like, when it comes to an incident like that, who do you put most blame into?
What happened?
I know his face, and I will tell you this, because this is not actually in the 2-hour video. I am certain it was a guy, and I will tell you.
I know his face. She wasn't. Hang on one second. She wasn't in the Amazon show though. She was on the MrBeast games on the YouTube channel. So how would that doctor help? It's kind of no fault. It's because it's an accident. Yeah, exactly. Just sounds like an accident that, obviously no one intended to happen.
I'll tell you why. I'm certain it was a guy.
Yeah.
So I
kind of want to listen to a little bit of this.
Okay. That's interesting. So you're someone who often doesn't go to get medical treatment immediately. And this is like a habit that you've built? You're somebody who often doesn't run to get medical treatment in cases like this? That's okay. That's a interesting thing to say in the video of this.
What might have happened and how this story might be different had I actually gotten care at that time, it's hard to say. I
we're lagging again. We can see right through the buildings.
Easier. But in fact, they were not set up for that. They were not set up to care for the humans who were being injured at their feet. At the feet.
I can't stress this enough. The last time this glitch happened where I can see through the fucking thing, I was on Xbox. I'm now playing from PlayStation, and I'm still getting the glitch where I could see right through the buildings. I don't understand why this is happening.
Jimmy Donaldson.
Why is some kid, crying in the background? What is happening?
It's distracting. There's some stuff across the street.
Oh, okay, at least she's referencing this is occurring.
Okay, let's just put it like this. Jimmy Donaldson stood above the contestants, watching wave after wave of injury, leading them out, leading those injured people out, getting eliminated, and...
This is all just she has absolutely nothing to reference here.
Yeah, no.
This is just fucking theory crafting.
She's just saying there are she's saying that there were all the injured. This was Game of Thrones. I mean, not Game of Thrones. A Hunger Games. It was just everyone's getting killed and injured left and right. What? Literally when I was in early high school, I was at a friend's house for her birthday. Her dad tripped over me and stepped on my head. Ooh, I had a headache after. No, I didn't tell my mom I was okay, but I don't blame him, and I didn't accuse him of anything. Oh, I hope you wouldn't. But Jesus, she's making it sound like there were mountains upon mountains of injured people.
It is occurring. Wait.
Jimmy Donaldson stood above the contestants, watching wave after wave of injury, leading
Dude, there's like fucking 16 gurneys that go by that nobody's been able to. Nobody has seen them.
them out, leading those injured people out, getting eliminated, and not even providing
I can't wait for this lawsuit to end so we can find out what the severity of these injuries was.
any medical care.
No, seriously, yeah. I mean, because like, and I can't stress this enough. If MrBeast is actually responsible for these people like severe with for these people with severe injuries, then yeah, sue the fuck out of him. You know, but the issue is everyone who like talks about the story in any capacity has extreme bias. Obviously, Rosanna and her quack pack, they have their own grievances with MrBeast with own severity. Some of these people are former employees of his. Other people like Rosanna are like former contestants who feel like they were snubbed. And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm like good friends. And then you have the opposite where it's like, oh yeah, I'm good friends with like the MrBeast employees. And here's what actually happened, you know? Obviously, we have to take everything with a grain of salt. It's very hard to talk about
And
the
so,
story.
as we look back on, see, I run out of steam. I want to make sure I finish my main points. My main points are
Oh my god, bro. Maybe you should have just waited till you were like. I mean, she's filming this video way before she's supposed to release it. Why not just wait till you're feeling better?
Jimmy knew the risk.
I need to wake up today, concussed and ready to go, to tell the story of my MrBeast thing.
Jimmy Donaldson knew the risk. So did Carl
She's finally run out. Wait, oh, Carl Jacobs ran out. Carl Jobs ran out, dude.
Jacobs. Okay, I have a photo with Carl. Carl has been one of our favorites.
Of course you have a photo. You have a photo with every influential YouTuber you ever met, and you cannot stop talking about it.
Okay, but who else? You know, the others were there. Nolan knew. Teresa.
Nolan?
All these people knew.
Omni-Man was there? Dude, Nolan knew?
Oh my god.
They knew. There was an on-site PhD
It's
psychologist.
on site.
Was he in the stands? Did he see? If he did, he knew. How many people knew? Who knew the risk? I didn't know the risk. And again, cameras and especially the microphone
Oh, it's Nolan North. I'm sorry.
is my evidence.
John Swan was there. He saw it.
Go
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah,
Listen to
dude.
it. Listen to my words. Think about my mentality and what I've told you here that I didn't even imagine that I'd get knocked down and kicked in the head. I didn't imagine it.
Jimmy's mom
I didn't
knew.
imagine it. How could I?
Jimmy's mom. Jimmy's mom. I think she's confusing getting older with the effects of the injury that's months older. She's in denial that she's aging, so it must be the head injury. Well, I'm sure the head injury probably doesn't help anything, but it doesn't. I don't know. I don't want to be mean to an old lady. I know I'm an asshole on the internet. I don't want to be mean to an old lady. That's not my intentions here.
I have known the risk. How could I have known the risk? Jimmy knew the risk, and he didn't tell me the risk. He put me at risk and did not tell me. He put me willingly at risk. Jimmy Donaldson did. Jimmy Donaldson put me willingly at risk.
Dude, she's just looping. What is happening? Is she like, dude? This is the fucking mental shit. What is
He didn't tell
happening?
me the risk. He put me at risk
No matter how many times you repeat it, it's not getting more true.
and did
Not our Jimmy.
not tell me. He put me willingly at risk. Jimmy Donaldson did.
I'm sorry. Dude, I don't want to victim blame, but you're sitting here making some crazy story as to why you had absolutely no knowledge that they were going to come from every direction. It's just not true. I don't care how many times you say it. It's just not true.
Jimmy Donaldson put me willingly at risk,
She did not.
and I
did
did
not.
not know the risk.
Yes,
Both
you
of
did.
those points are provable with the cameras and with the
I looked at the camera footage. It's not true. It's not true.
Okay, so I'm curious if like, is there footage available? Put me willingly at risk, but also you chose to be on the show. Yeah. Well, also like obviously like it is MrBeast's. Like he should make sure everything is safe. Like obviously, like he shouldn't be fucking having like flamethrowers and like chainsaws operating during the games, right? I'm curious to see if The briefcase minigame is here. Is it?
Now begun. And for the first game, you will all be competing as teams. This row is a team. This row $1 million.
Okay, it doesn't look like put it. I'm sure the actual like briefcase game is on like the Amazon show. Obviously, I don't have Amazon in this computer to look it up real quick. But like obviously, if you're competing against what over 1,500 more people than yourself, yeah, they have a responsibility to try and make it safe. But accidents happen. Yeah. I mean, it is your objective to make sure like the least amount of accidents happen. Obviously.
Sorry.
Microphone.
You lose, ma'am. You're incorrect.
They are there. This is not he said, she said. The documentation
No, it's literally just not factual. It's not he said, she said. It's she said, and the fucking footage disproved it.
is there. Is there. Did he do so with intent? Of course he did it with intent. How could it not be intentional? Wave after
This is like a John Swan level lie.
There's clips of the episode that she was on the MrBeast YouTube channel. Nick played them, but I can give you a timestamp. Oh yeah, Annie. If you can give me a timestamp real quick, I would love that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. I wouldn't mind the timestamp. Oh, this is the second MrBeast channel. You know, MrBeast. Is it this right here? 2,000 people fight for $5 million. Okay. Wait. I think. Oh, here's the briefcase game. Okay. Can't give you timestamps. Oh shoot. Oh, but I can't give you timestamps. Sorry, I misread that.
And sent Orange Team to the same fate. All right, Orange Team, I hope you're all ready for this. Throw up the map.
Can I just take the early ones? I'll go for it.
Okay, I'm really nervous. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my. Okay. Oh yeah, I can totally see how there would be traffic.
I'm really praying this is good.
Let's see who's going on to compete for $5 million. Open them up.
Oh my. Okay, so she's the green team. She's the green team. This is the green team. Ooh.
3, 2, 1. Reveal. What did you get?
Wait, yeah, of course there'd be fucking traffic here. What do you mean, lady? Holy shit.
Where she lied to her kid, and now she has to keep going forward with the lie, and it's gotten so big in public that like now the footage is out there, and it shows clearly that she would know that they're coming from every angle, and then she's just lying through it.
Wait, if this were the first instance, maybe and the last, how could we prove intent? I feel like intent is easy to prove and obvious, given, especially in my
Yeah, no, it's not, you fucking schizophrenic bitch. Yeah, I feel like intent it's easy to prove here. It's pretty obvious they wanted me to get injured.
case. I was in the 3rd round.
They wanted you specifically, lady, to get injured.
I kind of stumbled to a case because at that point it all happened so quickly. Everyone's at a case. And so
Chaos. It's just chaos unleashed.
Yeah, and so I'm going down this
that's
aisle.
kind of the point of the game, is that it's a little chaotic. Okay, you're in a square and you know you have to get a briefcase. You should be able to see when you're there because you lined up. How do you not know that there could be traffic unless you're not thinking about it? But that's like that's on you for not thinking about it. Yeah, yeah. like she I don't know. I don't want to be mean to this lady, but it seems like she's pretty well, like I'm curious because like when she's recording these vlogs, right? Was Rosanna already talking to her? Like, how aware was this lady of all the online hate that MrBeast was getting? My guess was that she was already pretty familiar with the online hate that MrBeast was receiving. And so like I think she's trying to like bank off some success off like being like the contestant that was injured at the MrBeast games.
With multiple injuries before me. Now, when we look at the cameras and see the evidence...
Yeah, it's obvious. So Jimmy wanted me to fucking die. That was pretty much the intent. You could tell it's obvious because other people were injured previously. Yeah, it's very clear that was the point.
Those cameras could follow me, and exactly where I was at different points, and what viewpoints I had of the games. And
this is psychotic.
Imagine my perspective of the game as people watch that footage and watch me and what I'm viewing.
Holy crap, man. I think the concussion did something to her.
In the second...
And then Stephen A. Sarge is going to be like, what do you mean? I watched Rosanna's video. It was fine. What are you talking about? No way. Why do you have a problem with this one? It's like, well, I watched her video and she was a complete psychopath.
Game. I was able to get over into another area, so you can like look at the overhead cameras and watch that I moved from the green area over to the one that was next to it, or one of the other two. And I got closer.
Okay.
And so I was able to see the second round, and I was close to the this corner. What would that be? So the I don't know, southwest corner maybe, near where the elimination door was. And what you can see, watch the footage. There I was, up closer to that, and I could see that corner area. And I was maybe only 3 rows back or something. I mean, I got a better view than I did of the first round, and I could see like a slice. And I could see that a guy like busted his nose and had a bloody nose or something because he ran into a table. And oh my gosh, it was kind of...
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, how do you run into a fucking table? I'm sorry.
Well, like as we saw from the footage, there were a ton of people who like ran into the table. Well, that's because like they're rushing to get the briefcase. Like obviously that's gonna happen. I feel bad for the kid who's probably gonna get bullied. Oh fuck yeah, true. It's funny watching Nick's opinion change in real time. He went from I feel bad for her to schizo bitch. She mentions Dogpack in the interview, main character syndrome. Holy shit. But I should make poor lady is going through menopause and thinks it's a head injury. Oh, you know what? For making me laugh, I make you mod. For making me laugh.
And then I see a case, like over there, and it's just this one lone case, and I know it's a red one. And so I was stunned. And, I felt sick. Like I didn't imagine my end was coming so quickly. Now, the thing is, I'm not a sore loser, any of that. I'm like,
you sound like a sore loser in like your own video.
Okay, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. With no context, that sounds so retarded. I can't believe Jimmy, my precious Jimmy, made him run into a table.
Horrifying. And I noticed that, so I did see an injury. So to be really clear, I saw an injury. But what I saw was someone coming at a corner, running into the table, and then busting his nose. And that is one of the reasons I chose to stay away from the corners.
I thought she said she didn't see anything because she wasn't tall enough, and she didn't know the danger. I have to assume this is...
But she's aware of other people's injuries, it seems. That's very, very unique of you, lady.
You know what? If this is the way it ends, so be it. I need to give my speech.
Yeah.
So they even have a speech that I gave there on the floor of that after being eliminated.
Wait, you're making a female mod? Yeah. She's a sore loser, and it shows on her channel. She's mad that she didn't win. I'm trying to find her channel. I can't, she doesn't link her channel at all. is her channel like Mama Bear or something? Cause like I looked up her full legal name and it didn't pop up on YouTube. Did she delete it, or am I just being dumb? Probably just being dumb.
This is about another like one of the other rounds, but if it's not, I mean, it's just another reason why this is a really weird story.
That I chose to run down and
Cool anime girl, you'll ruin his reputation. That's right. I have a reputation to uphold as the most sexist person in commentary. Ignore the fact that the majority of my former co-hosts, or like people who show up on the stream, are more often than not women. Ignore that, guys. Ignore that.
aisle rather than sort of catty corner, so that I wouldn't run with my momentum.
So accidents happen?
What that had done to
I
somebody.
mean, it seems like kind of a cope to say that accidents happen, but I mean, I'm
People are gonna start to think that he likes females. Guys, I'm an incel. I'm an incel, guys. I never have sex. I'm a virgin, actually.
gonna have to say accidents happen because it's very obvious this wasn't malicious and designed to hurt people. This isn't like the Human Centipede Project or something.
A person?
This is like actually fucking unreal that that's her position.
And so the footage is there, you guys, and you can watch what I saw. You can see where I was and imagine my perspective and realize in those different spots, I could not appreciate what the risk actually was. So the evidence is there. The evidence is there, and it is part of my goal that relevant authorities review the evidence and bring
It is my goal that relevant authorities review the evidence. What do you mean? Are you hoping that the FBI arrests MrBeast for the Beast games? What? Sorry. Excuse me, she's making me fucking choke on my own laughter. Holy shit, man. I need the police involved and arrest MrBeast. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, this is hilarious.
charges that are appropriate.
Get the fuck out.
Oh my god, man. This lady.
While you have a concussion.
It's really what makes it scandalous because I gave that, though, you know, they're going to say, wow, she looked fine. Well, I'm sure I was in adrenaline or whatever else they did.
Adrenaline, dazed and confused. I mean,
Well, and the reality is they had many people watching those cameras and they had me mic'd. The story producers were watching the mic'd contestants in particular, I think. And I told Carl Jacobs, hey, I just got knocked down. Check the tapes, because I was so much in my game that I
told Carl Jacobs and I just got knocked down. Check the tapes.
said, what if, when I got knocked down, what if I touched the case before that guy did?
Yeah, I'm not a loser, but guys, there's a possibility I could have won. What the fuck?
Out of here. You're out of your fucking mind, dude. This woman doesn't even know what happened, but she's convinced that someone maliciously tried to, like, impale her with their fucking foot. This is so ridiculous. Relevant authorities. Like, there's gonna be a charge over this.
Certainly charges against
This is a civil situation, not a fucking criminal one.
Jimmy Donaldson, but frankly, the other people involved who could have done something.
Not just
Wait.
against MrBeast, but she wants all of production to be sued and arrested because someone ran into her.
Oh my
As I've
god,
said,
bro.
There were other producers involved. There were other, like, co-stars involved. And there was the professional mental health professional who was hired for set safety, like mental health safety. And notably,
She thinks everyone's involved in her injury. What the fuck? Dude, was this lady like a tinfoil hat, like Alex Jones fan this entire time, and she thinks like the world's against her? Are the globalists gonna come out and like vaccine her kids without her permission?
all these
They had a
cameras, all these
mental
microphones,
health
when you look at the budget
safety
that,
person
that
on
Mr. Beast submitted
standby?
to Nevada, and there are line items. There's a line item for safety, and there's a line item for cameras. And they spent, I don't know, something like 3 times more on cameras than on safety. And so let that budget line and the amount spent on cameras.
Bro, 3 times more on cameras than safety doesn't really say a lot when the budget was like $150 million. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, also too, if you're like, what? She literally signed an NDA. She needs to change her hair to have more of a Karen look. She already has the attitude down. True. Yeah, she's got the attitude down pretty well.
And he should be eliminated instead of me. And so I
He
told
should
Carl,
have. There's no contact. He should have not pushed or kicked you. That should not.
Well, no, well, like it sounds like to me he accidentally ran into. It's not like he intentionally did shit to you. It says they ran into you because you guys were going for the same briefcase. It sounds like.
Cares about the ratio of safety to cameras. This budget has more money than you'll make in your lifetime. They could have put 1% of the budget on safety. It would still be more safety than your average event.
Cameras be used as the evidence to show who knew what when. This is not he said, she said. This is not he said, she said. This is not he said, she said. And I
don't care.
It is he said, she said, because the camera footage clearly shows that, like, it seems like all the contestants knew what the case was going to be. It's a diet industry. They don't want her letting the world know you can lose weight. Yo, true. They set her up for failure this entire time. They were like, MrBeast, you don't understand. We can't let this woman lose weight. We can't let that happen.
How many times you say it? It's just not real. It's not he said, she said. You're wrong.
No. And I am living pretty deeply in the consequences of that. But I
Sorry.
need people to understand. I didn't know.
Womp womp. Oh, God.
To clarify, at the time of the injury, I didn't know I had been kicked. Apparently, I blacked out momentarily. I remember the collision, and I remember scrambling up the floor.
God, what is this? What is this? I have to pause and read something.
Yeah.
Here we go. Womp womp.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nick. My memory and my injuries are consistent with being knocked down on my left side and kicked in the head in the calves. I've had a bruised left rib. What the fuck? I am Mama
Wildwood,
Bear.
right?
How
Yeah,
my
100%.
positive mindset. Wait, what was that?
She sounds like
The game name of
yeah, this is like Jake Weddle.
I am Mama Bear. How my positive mindset kept me from seeing the risk.
Right? Yeah, 100%.
for Beast Games. I had the game name of Mama Bear.
Oh my God, bro. We talked about the traumatic injury for like 30 seconds, and now we're getting back to humble brag mode about how much weight she lost or something.
So I showed.
Yeah, I'm sorry to not like this lady. I'm sorry to not like her. Are we sure she doesn't have early dementia? She might. She might. All her symptoms are pointing towards just being old. Damn, guys, being so mean, so cruel to the old lady.
Not have been allowed. That guy should have been eliminated.
He should have been eliminated. So I told Carl Jacobs,
the tapes, yeah.
check the tapes. He said, oh yeah, we'll check the
messed up.
tapes. Well, he never came back to me. So
He never came back to me. So clearly, they clearly that means that they did not check the tapes, and it totally doesn't show that I lost. I can definitely see not feeling it during the event because of the adrenaline, because it's one hell of a drug. But how do you not feel it after? She drove home. That's the thing. She had a 6-hour drive and she drove home. And apparently didn't realize she was injured till after. And as she admits in her own video, she doesn't go to the doctors when she's injured like she's supposed to do.
when they checked the tapes to see if I touched the briefcase first, they, I think, would have noticed that I got kicked in the head. And so how many people actually knew? And apparently, if I am the person behind the story of someone getting full on tackled, how many people actually knew that I got kicked in the head? Now, I didn't even know I was kicked in the head because, as an important point, I apparently did black out. So I remember the collision, like just the initial, and I remember being on the floor, and I know I scrambled up. And I know I remembered that there were feet at my
I got nothing against old people. One day I'll be lucky if I'm old, but I ain't gonna make a video about it. And her ribs would hurt. I'm sorry, but I don't believe she didn't feel her ribs hurting. Well, I mean, during the event, yeah, I can understand that. But like, yeah, if your ribs are, if your ribs are bruised, you're gonna fucking feel that.
My head, and that is where that's when I'm like, better get the heck up. And so I did not know I was kicked. I didn't. They did an exit interview with me. Would you be back? Would you come back to a MrBeast production? I'm like, yeah, of course, because I am
Dazed and confused and have a concussion.
well, yes, all of that, but also, I wasn't there thinking I was winning $5 million.
Put up to Beast Games, and when people would say, "What's your name?" I'd say, "Call me Mama Bear." Well, I was significantly older than most people there, and it really landed. Like, that really resonated. I had people that I'd long since forgotten their names, but they would see me from across the walk or whatever. Hey, Mama Bear. And it put me in more of a maternal relationship with a lot of the contestants.
You see, I was the mother of the contestants.
You were with a maternal... No, this is a fucking crazy person. This is weird. A maternal relationship?
So someone let Karen onto a YouTube set and she got in over her head.
Are you like... Good Lord.
Which fit really well. And so, in fact, the producers realized it soon and were very impressed by it. It was the first night that we went in, and it was before the games began, and we were...
God, it's just all humble brags and Jimmy New, and humble brag and Jimmy New, and humble brag. She's insufferable.
The stadium. This is after the stage of all of us sweating in our plastic bags and all that for hours, and we were exhausted. And then they fed us some little ridiculous meal and all that, and we were just there in the food court. The chairs were really pretty uncomfortable, and I was just sitting there on the floor in a corner, just on the concrete floor or whatever it was, the cold tile floor. And I was sitting there, and there was a bag nearby, and I thought, wow, what if I could use that bag? It was just sitting on the floor by itself. Someone had left it there. What if I could use that as a pillow? And I reached over to touch it and realized it, and I opened, there was a zipper on it. I opened it a little bit and felt what was inside and realized it was very clearly a gear bag for a photography kit of some sort.
Okay, I don't see how that's important. I don't see how that's important. I'm sorry. I mean, concussions can be pretty bad. I had a friend wind up going to the hospital throwing up, and it was because of the fact that he got hit in the head. No, yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like, serious brain injuries are a problem. But you see, this is where we need to talk about how culpable is MrBeast during this, right? Like, is it her fault? Is it the guy's fault? Is it supposedly the cameraman's fault? Also, good morning, Sage of Winds. Hope you're doing well. Star Sprinter. Let's see. It sounds like to me, yeah. That's why you got knocked down. Everyone else was there for $5 million, and your hippie ass was got in the way. God damn. If you're not there to win, you shouldn't be there. The only cult is the cult of crab. She's on her. She doesn't go in the doctors and doesn't say anything. Yeah. It's so weird. So weird.
Of some kind, like the tripod or like the backdrop framing of it. And then I realized, and it occurred to me, I could get in trouble for using it as a pillow. It wouldn't be a comfortable pillow, but also even for having just touched it and opening the zipper a little bit, I could get into trouble, because already the vibe of the thing was, for sure, for the whole thing, but especially that first day, was very much, do not get out of line. It's very strict, and we're going to eliminate you. And there were lots of rumors about how various people were eliminated. And I thought, oh my gosh, I hope no one saw me open that bag. So I'm sitting right there. I had just opened that bag and was just actively thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble like a little school.
All the like contestants.
Mama Bear. And it was working.
God, people were saying in the beginning, you're going to hate this person by the end of this, and they were right. They were right to say that.
Yeah, I'm starting to not like this lady. You see, at first, you can play back the stream. I was like, you know what? I think what's going on is I think Rosanna is exploiting a poor old woman who probably did get injured during the set, and she's exploiting that old lady for views. No, this lady's just attention seeking. Well, she doesn't say I fell and I think I'm hurt. They can't really do anything. Yeah, I had a friend who got a concussion and it fucked up his brain chemistry and he committed. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sage of Winds. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Uh. Oh my God, the open mouth of this lady. Hey, let's watch Nick make fun of her more.
Absolutely hate this person already.
Mama Bear was working really well.
Mama Bear was working. Like, this was a strategy. Become memorable.
It got me into a good energy with people, and it was a good role for me to play, rather than being like this sort of academic game theorist, who even, I mean, come on. But what was happening was people were confiding in me with things like, I'm scared. And this...
Okay. It's a game show where you could win $5 million. I would be surprised if anyone wasn't nervous.
Yeah, I'm sure they were walking around and be like, are you guys scared? I'm scared too. I'm sure this wasn't like relegated to you. It's like Mama Bear was there to help all these people and their fears.
I'm not even sure. I wonder if there's
fucking
any
main character syndrome with this bitch.
This, because I had quite a number of people in the process say something like that to me. And I would say to them, your mind doesn't have room for all of the emotions. Fill your mind and your heart with excitement, and there won't be room for fear.
Oh my fucking God, this corny ass bullshit. She's acting like she made a deep impact on people's lives when in reality she just gave them like a quick pep talk. Head injuries are definitely not something to play with. They can be super dangerous. Yeah. Thinks it happens though. Yeah. Why are people still pissed about the hide and seek still? Rosanna, yeah. Nick's the same way. He tried hard, then he started watching this. Oh my God, shut up, lady. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm just like, God damn it, lady. Go bake a cake or some bullshit that old ladies do.
Fear. And so that was a message that I was spreading there at Beast Games, and that was kind of my role as I saw it. So
that's my role. My role is to spread positivity. That's my role. That's my humble role. That's my humble role as someone who spreads positivity.
No, your role was as contestant 304. Your objective was to complete it. All this other self-serving bullshit is just weird.
And it really very fit with the Mama Bear persona. And it is a very good lesson in life that we should all adopt. And one that I'm currently adopting because let me say that I am attempting to get through this video series. Now I have the idea that maybe I'm getting through it today because it's still October 13th. Maybe I will be done so that I can fill my heart with excitement for the future.
Oh my God.
Because the purpose of the series is a little bit dark and I need to move past it. But in any case, so that was my philosophy.
Cry me a goddamn river.
In the games, and it's my philosophy
King to you
today.
In person? Who is Bunty King?
But that allowed me
Nicholas
to form a
Fury?
relationship with a lot of people there at Beast Games. And because I was mic'd, so that red wristband that those producers put on me actually was an indication that I was about to be mic'd. And so there were 40 or 50 of us who were wearing lavalier mics through the games. And so again, those mics might have even picked up some of these conversations. And those mics will be the evidence that the story I'm telling is real. Okay.
None of this
What?
part of the story matters, though. It's just you humble bragging to everybody. All the things that matter were like you.
I was nice to people at the MrBeast games. That's not. What? I'm. Shut up, lady. They probably forgot you after the games. The thing is, it doesn't sound like she had a concussion, but my PhD is lobotomy. So what do I know? What would I know? Well, Saja wins. Her PhD is in political science. Okay, she's a game theorist of her own. She got that from a poster. I guarantee it. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, no. I guarantee she got that from some like inspirational auto-generated like quote thing on Facebook. Let's be real. Minnie, me, and Annie think she's just old, and she's mistaking old with concussions. And I think she might have early dementia. You see, I think you guys are being a lot meaner than I am right now. Okay, I'm just saying. I think
you getting bumped, and I don't know what audible would be like. What audible thing would be more obvious than like just the video footage of you getting trampled? Wouldn't that be like, apparently you think somebody like leaned over you while they were running, like they obviously hit you because they were trying to make their way to briefcase, and they knocked you down, stopped, and then punched you in the ground like fucking Batman. Like in the Batman Arkham games, when like he knocks the guy down, he's wait, and then he fucking punched him, and you hear like the clink sound. Wait, hold on, can I get that sound effect up?
Oh my god.
Dude, they had...
I was there for the story. And so I'm, not a sore loser or whatever else. I just thought, okay, let me give my speech. So, and yeah, I'd come back. Well, all of that just shows at that time, I didn't appreciate what had just happened to me.
What? I didn't appreciate what happened to me? What? What the? That sentence makes no fucking sense. I've been watching Chud Logic. I think he's rubbing off on me. I'm just supposed to be asleep. That's my excuse. What the? I didn't appreciate that I just got fucking trampled over. What?
And it really did take those weeks on the couch and hearing the stories that came off of your platform.
Now, see, like, from... This is, like, this is what I know from, like, car accidents, right? Is Rosanna doubling down? Well, oh, yeah, she's always doubling down. This is what I know about, like, car injuries. Like, I know if you get into an accident and you have an injury, you need to go to the doctors within, like, the first, 48 hours of the injury in order to prove that that injury was from the car accident. But you're waiting weeks to go to the doctors for an injury you got during the MrBeast games. Well, the MrBeast crew can just say, well, you're injured, like, hypothetically, let's say, right? The MrBeast crew can just say, well, you got that injury somewhere else. I never said I was nice, true Sage. Look, the universe gave her a sign not to go when she got someone else's itinerary. She chose not to listen. Yo, the universe speaks to us in mysterious ways, you know? Yo, man, you just gotta, like, carry the vibe.
That came from the New York Times, and then some of the stories that came from the Dog Pack 404 expose, particularly the second one.
Oh, hey, Dog Pack 404 was mentioned.
That showed some of the organizational issues that MrBeast was having that made me realize this was all part of a larger package, I suspect.
Yep.
And it made it more important to me to try to impact change in some way.
Okay, it seems like she has, like, some sort of, like, fucking main character syndrome. Yeah, she's got some fucking main character syndrome. She wants to, like, be the contestant that got injured during the MrBeast games. They injured poor Mama Bear. Hope they have an actual hard-hitting evidence with this. No, there's no hard-hitting evidence. Nothing. Fucking weeks.
To at least, for me, to do the thing that I felt was right and let the chips fall where they may.
I really relate to, like, exit interviews because I've been on a reality show where after I was eliminated, we did an exit interview, and I said very kind things in the moment. And
had her on the floor, bro, and then all of a sudden they just played the fucking sound. God. It's probably
obvious to me. Like, why didn't I do that? Well, I didn't do it because I didn't conceive of the threat at all. And again, I'm just not going to go.
Wait, I didn't conceive of the threat?
Imagine the booming voice of Amani Azadi a lot. I feel like that's...
And, like, pointing it out and saying...
She walks up to Amani and goes, like, you're going to call me Mama Bear.
That's Mama Bear's. That's mine. Don't touch him. And I'll tell you, people wouldn't have touched him. Okay? And he would have been doing it for someone else. It would have been a feather in his cap. And so in terms of his gameplay, it would have probably been an advantage.
I can't believe this is actually worse. This is
what the fuck is this bullshit?
Actually worse than Rosanna's video by, like, a wide margin. This is actually, like, depressingly bad.
And it certainly would have kept me in the game and kept me from getting kicked in the head. And there's a universe where that happened. That looking back, it seems kind of obvious to me. Like, why didn't I do that? Well, I didn't do it because I didn't conceive of the threat at all. And again, I'm just not going to go to a man and ask for protection when I don't.
You're a fucking crazy feminist, and it is the reason why you lost. I don't know if that's true, but it might as well be. This is just like absurd.
Yeah, okay. I think I've seen enough. Holy shit, man. This lady. This fucking lady. What's her PhD in? Political science. That's what her PhD is in. I shit you not. Political science. Now, guys, it is my favorite part of the show where I get to thank all the lovely members of this channel. First off, I gotta thank lovely people such as Pigeon Salad for being a Super Nerd 3 who's gone further beyond with his support for the past year now. Like, holy shit, man. Thank you so much. And then we have the Super Nerd 2s, which are I Have Loved the Stars Too Fondly. Thank you for being a member for 5 months. Finally, we have the Super Nerd 1s, which you can join for just 99 cents. We have Nyx, GG Hearts, Lady Nurst, K-Huck McMuffin, Daniel J, and Annie. Guys, thank you for all the love and support you show this channel. Wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys. Tune in on the next episode this Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And stay tuned for uploads in the meantime.